Ladies and gentlemen, this is OneWrestling.com, and this is your Impact Wrestling Report for 10/19/2017. If you don't know who I am, well, I am the Mark of the Masters, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some Impact Wrestling today. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I always say, you know, I love being here. I love doing this stuff for you. And Carl, the cameraman, even though he doesn't get paid any overtime, he loves working, and during the mornings he loves working at night. I mean, he records pretty much all the stuff for Bill Apter. He does all the stuff for the guys over at the PW Hustle. I mean, it's amazing. Really good stuff. So listen, guys, I want you to do me a favor. Please subscribe here. Click the little subscribe button, and then there's a little bell right there in the corner. Why don't you click that little bell, okay? Every time we get new videos, and we get a lot of videos. I mean, Bill Apter interviews the greatest, not only the greatest legends, but the greatest stars that are not here today, and of course the up-and-coming superstars, the young talent. Listen, we're gonna have a lot more awesome content here at OneWrestling.com, and you know when you come to OneWrestling.com, guys, this isn't, you know, this isn't some hack site, dude. This has been here since the very beginning. Bill Apter is known as the godfather of internet, of the IWC. So, join. Anyway, listen, guys, this was a really odd Impact Wrestling show. You know, the bits and pieces, they're cutting from other promotions to other promotions. This is going to be more of a commentary on this week's show. I'm going to run through this rather quickly. It's not going to be a super long review as usual. Oh, by the way, later today, guys, depending on when I'm recording this 10/20/2017, later tonight, I'm going to be on with Bin Hameen, y'all, and please do me a favor, go to www.prowrestlingtees.com/Bin Hameen and buy yourself a shirt. Also go to podbean.com, I think it was it. Anyway, go to podbean.com, search Hacker Hameen, and you can find the Impact Attack there. And I also do the Pro Wrestling Reflection, which I'm not going to be doing this week because I just need a break. There's a lot of stuff to do, guys. I produce pretty much every freaking video here on OneWrestling.com, and it's a lot of work, guys. And I do have a full-time job. As Carl, the cameraman, he's not just a cameraman. I mean, he works for FedEx. It was UPS. UPS? What does Brown do for you? Yeah, UPS. He works for UPS, and you got to see the legs on this guy during the summer. I mean, he's like huge on top. He's got these two little legs that it's like a potato with two toothpicks on it. It's amazing. What happened? I'm sure my mother enjoys him very much. Thank you. We'll talk. Anyway, we'll jump right into this, guys, and we have Chris Adonis versus Johnny Impact in what they call a special grudge match. And again, you know, Johnny Impact doing this thing. This is a pretty solid match, a pretty cool way to open up the show. Of course, you know that Johnny Impact is going to Bound for Glory to face Eli Drake, dummy, yeah, for the Impact Wrestling World title or the Global title, whatever the hell they're going to call it. I don't even know anymore, but they did change the titles. I don't know if you guys have known that. You know, they removed the GFW logo, so it's no longer GFW. So I'm going to have to kind of change the background over here. Maybe I can kind of just put my video over. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. I'll do something. I'll figure something out. But again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, this was a decent match. Pretty cool way. Again, this show was a little, for me, all over the place. I don't know. Oh, by the way, on the Impact Attack as well, we're going to be having a pretty big guest. Who is it? Well, if you're watching this video and it's like Friday night, well, go to Hacker Hameen. Anywhere you listen to your favorite audio content, we have a former WWE champion and an ECW legend on with us, and he's pretty much co-hosting the show with us, so it's going to be pretty cool. Who is it? You're going to have to go and find out. But anyway, it is what it is. Hey, Johnny Impact comes out hot, and Chris Adonis soon gains control. And this match was kind of weird because it was a pretty decent match. Oh, beautiful springboard insecurity by Johnny Impact. But this guy is just super talented. He's got everything you need in a superstar. And I gotta be honest with you, the guy's he's WWE bound very, very soon. How do I know? Let's just say I have a good inkling that he's not going to sign a long-term contract here at Impact Wrestling, but that might change. Anything could change. They could throw a whole bunch of money at him. Depends, is what it is. But listen, Johnny Impact. We cut to a commercial break, and this was weird because usually when you cut to a commercial break, there's still a lot more wrestling. But no, pretty much the match ends right away. Where we have Adonis on the top rope trying to superplex, and as he's trying to superplex, well, Johnny Impact pushes him off. He does. I call it the parkour elbow. I think that sounds, although you know the PED. Parkour elbow drop. Anyone? You know, he does the whole flippity flop and into an elbow drop. That freaking rhymed. Amazing. For the 1, 2, 3, it was pretty kind of big. But anyway, we have Eli Drake, dummy, yeah, who comes in and tries to attack Mr. Johnny Impact. But oh no, Johnny Impact actually strips him of his clothes, pulling off his belt and starts beating him with his own belt until Chris Adonis, of course, gets involved. And for some reason, Eli Drake just decides to just get totally naked, and he's in his underwear. And I'm sure many of you women and men probably like that stuff, and I don't. Not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. I know Carl likes it. Right, the whole mother thing, exactly. Anyway, but yeah, and then Garza Jr. comes out with a chair and he saves the day. So look for maybe a tag team match at. Look for maybe a Garza match at Bound for Glory, maybe an opening match or whatever against Chris Adonis. That might happen, or maybe he'll be in the corner of Johnny Impact. Who knows? Then they play in El Patron, Alberto Del Rio, or Alberto El Patron, whatever the hell they call him. And he's coming back to Impact Wrestling. I'll give my thoughts on that on the podcast. But not very happy that it doesn't make management look good. You know what I'm saying? When you have somebody, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, who's extremely disruptive. And I got to be honest with you, I don't know if he's that much of a draw. You know, I mean, he's a good wrestler. He comes from a great lineage, but is he that much of a draw, really, in Impact Wrestling? Don't know. Anyway, we have what else we have? They play a 5-way match that happened in AAA. Pretty much play the whole damn thing. But we have EC3, James Storm, Hijo de Fantasma, Eddie Edwards, and a Tejano, and it was just all craziness, and everybody was for themselves. Fantasma at one point hits a crazy-looking tombstone pile driver. Anyway, it was just nuts, man. And there was a whole bunch of chaos towards the end of the match. After Fantasma hits that pile driver, Tejano is trying to get James Storm to hit the father of Fantasma. And while all this is going on, Tejano sneaks in because EC3 got hit with that crazy pile driver, and he gets the pin. So Tejano gets the win in this crazy 5-way. It was just absolutely nuts. I got to tell you that. Now we're off to Tijuana, where we have OVE, and they roll into Conan's club, which is not the best idea. These guys are freaking crazy. Maybe they are tweakers. Maybe they're on drugs. Maybe they're on crack. Maybe they're on cocaine, heroin. I don't know. But these guys are just nuts for going back there, and they're apparently going to be defending their Crash Tag Team titles tonight. Why? Well, because they want to talk to the boss, Conan, and unless they defend their titles in Tijuana, well, they're not going to be able to speak to Conan because he's serious like a late period. You know how that goes. And then we have a clip of Eddie Edwards, EC3, and of course Cowboy James Storm arguing backstage. And I guess they're going to have some type of match next week. I don't even know, guys. This is all over the place. Then we have Dan Lambert, who comes in. I forgot to mention that Dan Lambert, an American Top Team, actually came into the arena, and they were pissed. I mean, Bobby Lashley is tossing barricades, not pushing him over. He's literally picking them up and throwing them to like the other side of the hallway. It's crazy. Anyway. Then we have a match. We have Andrew Evert with Trevor Lee and Caleb Conley versus Desmond Xavier. And again, guys, Desmond Xavier does what Desmond Xavier does every single week. Every single time I see him on television, this kid just is amazing and impresses me every time. Everything he does is smooth and crisp. He's one of my very favorite people in Impact Wrestling. Like I said, can't cut a promo. Like I can't cut through steel with a pair of plastic scissors, but I think maybe he can be taught, hopefully, because this kid has everything. I mean, everything between a body, good looks, and size, and speed, agility. The kid's got everything. Anyway, a great freaking match. We have Desmond, who's in trouble pretty much during this match, and it was too much of a numbers game. I mean, you had guys from here, guys from there. You had Trevor Lee getting involved, and you had whatchamacallit getting involved. I forgot the other guy's name. Caleb Conley getting involved. It was just crazy, and but. While Xavier was about to get hit from behind with Andrew Everett, who's running into the corner because Xavier's up at the corner as he's being distracted by the guys. He moves out of the way and he actually delivers and of course, Andrew Everett actually hits the turnbuckle, backs up a little bit. He does a backflip into a Pele kick for the win, which was extremely impressive. Again, guys, he hits the 1, 2, 3, and Xavier goes over Andrew Evert. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm telling you guys, I think before the end of this year, Desmond Xavier will be your new Impact Wrestling X Division champion. That's almost a lock in my opinion, my humble opinion. We have Ovie, who's still looking for Conan, and again, like I said to you guys, they have to defend the titles, and they're absolutely cool with that. They're good with that. And this is one of my very favorite segments. We have Grado and Joseph Park. Grado, he makes his way to the ring, and Grado basically says that he's tired of being taken advantage of, and he basically calls out Joseph Park, and Joseph Park comes to the ring, and you know, I mean, Grado really lets him have it. He tells him he's full of stuff, if you know what I mean, and Grado says, look, man, do the right thing. You know, you've been working me to the bone. You've been stealing from me. You've been stealing. You've been taking money from me. It's just disgusting how you're taking money from me. You're stealing from me. I'm working to the bone. Well, Joseph Park, you see another side of Joseph Park. Remember I said that he's a sleazy, evil, creepy lawyer? No offense to any lawyers. Well, he kind of goes abyss on him a little bit, and he denies him the visa which he had in his hand. He said, look, why don't you sign this contract, we'll have a match. Well, Grado jumps right in. Oh, sure that I'll have the match, I'm not afraid of you. Well, he didn't read the fine print, and in the fine print it's going to be a Monsters Ball match, but it's not going to be against Joseph Park. It's going to be against the Monster Abyss, which, as you guys know, I think it's kind of like a, you know, Bruce Banner, Incredible Hulk type gimmick. You know, Clark Kent, Superman, you know, same guy, just takes off the glasses, puts on an evil mask, pulls out his teeth. Not the same, but similar. Anyway, Joseph Park is going to, oh, I'm sorry, Abyss. It's just horrible. So, you know, Grado is just absolutely upset. This poor guy does not know what he got himself into, because basically, if he loses the match, he's got to go. And not go from Impact. He's got to leave the United States of America, go back home to Scotland. Sucks. But if he wins, which is highly unlikely, he gets to stay. So he gets in the car, and he's like totally shook, and he turns around, and the devil is sitting right next to him. The devil? The sinister minister, James Mitchell, manager of the Evil Abyss. And creeps the hell out of Grado, and Grado actually pretty much just runs the 14 miles back to his hotel room. That's all alleged. I don't know. This is what I heard. We have Ovie versus Black Diamond and Black Danger at the Crash Promotion. This was pretty much a short match. Not Botch Fest. Sorry, I hate using that word. Spot Fest. A lot of flippity flops, a lot of moonsaults. Actually, one beautiful moonsault, which I think was Dave Chris, who almost overshot. What was it? I don't know the difference between the two guys, but yeah, man, beautiful spots during this match. And Ovie basically gets the win off a double team off the top rope, where it basically was a weird. He has one of the Chris brothers has the guy in a tombstone pile driver. The other Chris brother jumps up and does a double stomp to the butt cheeks of the guy that's upside down. The guy, you know, the guy's head drives into the mat and gets the 1, 2, 3. I mean, I've never seen that before. It's like a spike pile driver, but with your feet and onto the guy's ass, and the guy's ass was probably sore because he got kicked out twice. Anyway, I had a lot of coffee today. So Ovie retains their titles, and then we have this is a big segment. We have JB in the ring, and he's about to make an announcement when American Top Team comes in, and Dan Lambert takes the mic. And I gotta be honest with you, Dan Lambert is the best. He cuts the best promos in professional wrestling in Impact. Maybe not in the world, but I mean, this guy is freaking good. I wish they would have got him when he was a lot younger. I think he's well into his 40s. But anyway, yeah, he talks about how he spent years watching Bobby Lashley squander his MMA potential, and he says, you know, you guys boo me like I'm the bad guy, but I'm not just an MMA guy. I'm a pro wrestling fan. And he goes into a duffel bag and he pulls out like the first world title that Bruno Sammartino won, the first tag team title that freaking Ric Flair won, the Ric Flair. What else did he pull? Oh, he pulled out Jerry the King Lawler's AWA title, like the first legit world title. I mean, it was just crazy. They're like the Road Warriors' first tag team titles. It was just crazy. And, you know, despite being the biggest fan in pro wrestling, the fans again boo him. And listen, here's the long story short. He wants to challenge Moose and Stephan Bonner to not a wrestling match, a fight. I would put it in a cage. I would put it in the 6 sides of steel, and I would have those guys go at it MMA rules. That's, again, my opinion. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know. Hopefully the other guys don't get involved. And speaking about the other guys getting involved, well, Moose's music plays, and Stephan Bonner comes out with him. They're carrying all the belts that they basically stole because they're the baby faces. And what do baby faces do? Baby faces break into some place pretty much illegally. First they manipulated the little teenage girl that was working behind the desk. Then they go into the place. They vandalize the place, breaking, destroying everything. Then they steal. All the property that's in there, trophies, belts, so on and so forth, and some socks, a pair of American Top Team socks. And then they leave for the little girl to have to not only clean up that mess for letting these guys break in or walk in illegally, but then the little girl gets fired. I think she's fired. I heard she was fired. I heard she got fired for that. Unbelievable. Those are your baby faces. But anyway, the MMA guys are the bad guys, right? Yeah, this didn't end up well. I mean, they just got the living crap beat out of them. I mean, just the living they were beat up. And then he has a couple of jabronis come into the ring. I think it was Caleb Conley or the other guy, and his tag team partner. And he comes to the ring. He gets his ass handed to him. And he have Mahabali Shira, and he gets his ass handed. I mean, they just literally destroyed. And Bobby Lashley hit freaking Moose with 2 big spears. He hit what's his name? Stephan Bonner with a spear. Stephan Bonner was pressed. There was this big gorilla-sized Samoan looking dude that's an American Top Team. This guy freaking gorilla press. Scary stuff, man. They really got beat up bad. It was just, I think it was Andrew Everett, by the way. we have OVE again, very segment heavy. Let me just highlight this. And they won the match, and they go to speak to they go to speak to Conan back there. And well, what do you think? I mean, they're trying to talk to Conan, and the whole ring gets surrounded by all the Mexican talent there, and they look at each other, and what do you think? What do they do? Yes, they do the old Peter Griffin. What am I talking about? Roadhouse. Yeah. And they just, but they find themselves outnumbered, and they eventually get their ass kicked. They try to fight everybody. It's just too many people. I mean, I don't care how tough you are. I mean, Ben Hameen says that he could beat up 100 9-year-olds. I mean, that's a lot of 9-year-olds. A lot. And 9-year-olds are big. My son is 5 feet tall, and he's 9. I'm just saying. Very angry 9-year-olds. And here is the biggest problem I have of the night. We have Taya Valkyrie versus Rosemary. Why do I have a problem with this match? Why do you have these girls touching before Bound for Glory? Why? I have no idea. And it might be really good. I mean, this was a solid, awesome match, and it was really great. But, and by the way, Rosemary did that whole floating up thing, which I really, really love. This breaks into 2 segments. All right, here we go. Rosemary basically is able to get back into the ring after and hits Taya Valkyrie with a German suplex. She comes back. Anyway, long story short, Taya hits a big standing double stomp for a 1-2-3. This is my problem. Okay? All right. I'll tell you what happened after the match. Of course, after the match, we have Taya who tries to deliver the Road to Valhalla. I was gonna say Roadhouse. But no, Rosemary actually missed her in the face with this red mist, and she starts saying, basically, we're gonna paint the impact zone red, blah blah blah, and we crave the evilings, or whatever the hell she calls them, the Rosemarylings. They want a different shade of red, or they want blood. Basically, I think she says blood. She says Bloody Mary, bloody. She says, don't say that 3 times in the mirror with the lights off. Do it. You'll regret it, believe me. I used to be, an African American man. Now, this is what you got after I've seen what I saw. So, yeah, man. So, this is just like some really weird stuff. It's going to basically lead to a first blood match at Bound for Glory, which, again, this is the biggest problem. You're building towards these girls facing each other the first time. Why are you going to have them wrestle? Why? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely... And then, apparently, Velvet Sky... or is it? I'm sorry. I gotta go back and take a look at my notes over here. Madison Rayne, excuse me. Is it Madison Rayne? She has a concussion. She's a concussion. She's out for Bound for Glory. Now what? Now what? What do you do now? I don't know. You tell me. So what I would have done is, if this was done correctly, I would have basically had these 2 girls fight for the right to get into that match. But I'm just gonna verify this really quickly. You're gonna do this on the fly, guys. It is what it is. But apparently, you know, and again, I'm looking up this. Wow, a lot of freaking news over here at OneWrestling.com. Interesting. But yeah, so again, you know, I have a big problem with the fact that you don't have a feud. Like, you're building a feud and you don't touch. You're not supposed to touch. What am I mean by touch? You're not supposed to get into a fight with the other girl because, you know, you want to pay to see that. Now, I don't want to pay to see that. I've already seen that. I saw a pretty decent match over at freaking on TV. So why the hell would I want to see that? It absolutely makes no sense. So again, ladies and gentlemen, look, again, this is my humble opinion on this, and I gotta be honest, the show was pretty decent. It was pretty cool, but oh, and by the way, it was Terrell. I'm sorry, what the hell I said? What the hell was I talking about? Thank God I looked into it. I'm such a moron. Let me just, I have to retype that. It's Taryn. How do you spell Taryn? Taryn Tyrell. Yeah. So listen, guys, Bound for Glory is right around the corner, and I think it's gonna be good. But this show was just pieced together, and I just want to, you know, I hope this company does well, because I don't want to see anybody lose their jobs. I don't want to see any of the boys backstage who I'm starting to get to know, and some of the people backstage I'm starting to get to know, and they're really great guys, and they have some good talent there, guys. Well, anyway, listen, guys, I always say this: I would do this for a living, but if I couldn't, I'd do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. I'm sorry for this. You know, sometimes I get really comfortable with you guys, and it's just like, you know what? I just feel like talking. I just feel like talking to you guys and telling you guys how I feel. But anyway, in less than an hour, I got to record another podcast, so I will be back at Bin Hameen again, guys. Go to Bin Hameen and search that. But before you do all that, guys, again, subscribe here at OneWrestling.com. Hit that subscribe, hit the like on this video. I would appreciate that, guys. And also hit the little bell in the corner. And hopefully, we'll get our subscribers up, guys. Again, you know about the whole YouTube apocalypse, where basically, you know, we're putting up the same content and really good content for the last couple of years that we've been putting up. And we used to get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. And, you know, I've never had an Impact review get 120 views. Not since I started almost like 8 years ago. And this is just weird. I don't know what's going on. If there's anything I can change, guys, let me know. But, yep, this is where we are right now, guys. The YouTube content creators not getting our just due. And this is not a political commentary. This is just the unfortunate truth of what we have here. So, again, guys, leave your comments here below, guys. And if you have any idea of how to, you know, maybe help bolster or maybe get some extra views, or maybe open up to a broader audience, let me know. Hit me up. Hey, you know what, guys? Send me an email at BigRay'sWrestlingShow@yahoo.com, and hit me up there personally if you guys have any ideas of maybe how you can help us out regarding that, because again, you have some really great content here, and I would really love to spread the word. And if you know any YouTube partners that are interested in signing us, let us know. All right, guys, love you guys so much, and hey, have a great day. And again, it's gonna be a great Impact attack. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. I put all my stuff there. I'll see you guys. Peace.